Hey everybody, welcome to Live Spirit Frequencies, and I'd like to welcome everybody back. We just got done with a public investigation that we held at the Finger Lakes Mall this past weekend, and I apologize for not having a show last week. We did kind of try to re-air our reunion episode, but I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and anybody that's on YouTube, you can jump right over and chat with us live during the show. Just go to liveparanormal.com /page /LPTV chat. You can see the little link down in the bottom lower portion of the screen. And yeah, we had an excellent investigation. We had about 75 people show up for the event, and everybody said they loved it and enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to the next one we're doing, which is in July. And Scott, if you'd like to tell a little bit about what you've been doing. Let me go to that view right now. There you go.
Well, I just got back from Mansfield State Reformatory with Nick Groff tour, and it was an amazing time there to be able to investigate with Nick, John Tenney, and Katrina Weidman, and Nick Groff, and it was just an awesome time to be able to learn how to investigate from other people. There were a lot of other teams there. There were people had a lot of amazing evidence. I was able to listen to some of my evidence, which is up on my Facebook and my YouTube. There is a lot of stuff that's gone on. We actually had some weather anomalies. We had 60-mile-an-hour winds there. We had snow. It was unexpected. Started out nice, beautiful day, and then all of a sudden the snow came and the wind came, and it was a very interesting experience, to say the least, to be there investigating with the winds that fast and that high. So I look forward to reviewing further evidence, and then I'm going actually in May to the Missouri State Penitentiary with Nick and his team there, and we're actually going to investigate there. It's the bloodiest 47 acres. Jennifer Kirkland and Lee Kirkland have all said it is just the craziest location to go to. So I'm very blessed in being able to share the story of the location and the spirits there. So.
And James, I'm going to go over to you just so you can kind of give a hey and hi to everybody.
Yeah, sure, not a problem, though. Good evening to everyone in the room there and everybody in YouTube. If you want to come chat, come over to liveparanormal.com, make an account, and come in and chat with us. Back to you, Don.
Sure. And without further ado, we did have some findings from our last episode, which was a couple weeks ago. But we did have some findings from that, so I'm going to go ahead and play that. And let me know what you guys think. Just type that in the chat. And again, if you can't click on the link on the screen, I did just try to annotate it for you so you could, but it's not allowing me to do that. But if you click in the description below, the link is right there. You can click on that, bring you right over here, and you can chat with us live during our shows. Here is the evidence.
Hello?
I'm hearing a female saying something talking.
Hello?
I'm hearing a female saying something talking.
Still here? Or is she gone?
I hear Emily.
Still here? Or is she gone?
I hear Emily.
Does it give you energy? give you energy?
Do you still get dreams? Do you sleep? Are you always awake? Do you still get dreams? Do you sleep? Are you always awake?
And those were some of the findings that we found from our last episode. And I'd like to give a huge shout out to Chris V. If everybody could kind of just give her a huge shout out as well. She's had a lot of stuff going on, and I'd like to show a little support in her direction. Give her some, some support and peace and all the good stuff. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and do a burst session. Hello, if there's anybody that's here with us right now, if there's anybody here with me right now, or if you're able to see that Scott and James are here, is there anything you'd like to try to say? A question I've actually never asked is how often do you enjoy individuals trying to communicate with you? Now, during the past investigation that I just did, or that Scott just did, is there any individuals that would like to try to communicate with us from those investigations? And a question for validation of if you're in this area. There is specifically a light that is on in this room, and it's a certain color. Could you tell me what color that is, if you don't mind? What is the first thought that you had finding out where you are? I'm going to turn this recorder off in just a second. I'd like to just thank you for any communication that you were able to communicate. And again, if you're able to communicate to Scott or to James, or if you have a message for them, now would be the time to try to let us know what that is. Okay, turn that off. I'm going to turn the advisory on. This could be loud, so for anybody that's viewing, if you're viewing this on YouTube or on Live Paranormal on Ustream, wherever it may be, this could be excruciatingly loud. So if you're wearing headphones, you may want to turn them down. And I'm going to put up this little disclaimer for you. And anybody that's on YouTube or any other venue that's watching this, whether you Ustream, YouTube, so forth, you can chat with us live if you go to liveparanormal.com/page/LPTV chat. And we have the link right below in the description of the video on YouTube. Link is also below in the description on Live Paranormal. I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Hello, if there's anybody that's here with us right now, Hello, if there's anybody that's here with us right now, if there's anybody here with me right now, or if you're able to see that Scott and James are here, is there anything you'd like to try to say? Say?
Tell Scott I know where he's been.
A question I've actually never asked is how often do you enjoy individuals trying to communicate with you? Now, during the past investigation that I just did, or that Scott just did, is there any individuals that would like to try to communicate with us from those investigations? Try to communicate with us from those investigations.
Okay,
Us from those investigations.
an individual actually at the mall that we actually were able to communicate with in the vacant Rex store location at the mall. We found out that her name was Mary Ann Watson. And during the public investigation, I kind of told individuals, you know, we did find this name. I have looked up research on the location. I've looked up individuals that have found missing within the last 50 years or so. And I did not find any individual named Mary Ann Watson. Everybody was in their 70s and their 80s or 90s, but they weren't missing or deceased. What I believe I just heard on this was Mary Ann Watson.
Patience. And a question for validation of if you're in this area. There is specifically a light that is on in this room, and it's a certain color. Could you tell me what color that is, if you don't mind? That is, if you don't mind.
And for everybody that's curious, it's the same color as the screen. So, of what view you see me as. So if you guys hear that color, which I do believe I just did.
What is the first thought that you had finding out where you are? I'm going to turn this recorder off in just a second. I'd like to just thank you for any communication that you were able to communicate. And again, if you're able to communicate to Scott or to James, or if you have a message for them, now would be the time to try to let us know what that is. Okay.
Very interesting, very curious with all of that, and I can't wait to actually go through when we do our review. But I'm going to go ahead and switch over to James. He's going to, again, be doing the water ITC. This time we're going to switch to Scott with the audio on. So I'm going to mute myself and have James mute himself as well. And Scott, whenever you're ready. James, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Good evening, spirits. My name's Scott, and I have James all the way in Canada, and he's actually doing water ITC. If there are any spirits around James currently, can you make your presence known by saying your name? Now, if there are any spirits around James, feel free to use the energy in the room to make an image form in the water. Feel free to stick your hand in the water and play with the water. Can you tell us a little bit about you as a spirit, who you are? Can you tell us what you did for a living? What was your favorite meal of the day? As a spirit, if you could change one thing, what would it be? Can you tell us where you live? Do you live with James? Do you live with Scott? Do you live with Dom? Are spirits attracted to certain people? And if so, what type of people? Are spirits afraid to show themselves in a room where there's a lot of light?
Let me check that. I found something on the web about our spirits
I
afraid to
just
show
heard a
themselves
click
in a room
here.
where there's a lot of life. Check
Oh,
it
that
out.
was loud. If you could give any of us advice, what would it be? Is there anything that we can do to help you? As spirits, can you manipulate your voice to be a male voice or a female voice? Can you tell me one thing about Canada? Who is your favorite actor? Now I have a poster, I guess a frame on the wall, I guess I should say, 4 different people. Can you tell me the name of one of the people in the picture? Or better yet, can you form the picture or the image of one of them in the water? Now, is there a certain way you like be able to do water ITC? Do you prefer food coloring in it? Can you tell us when you were born? What is your sign? Like I'm a Scorpio. Can you? I'm curious. Can you tell me what was your favorite toy when you were growing up? Did you have one? If you could change one thing about the past, what would it be? What is your favorite color? Mine's red. Now, can you tell me something special that you know about James? A couple months back, there was actually a spirit that called him Grandpa. If there is a spirit there currently, can you say Grandpa again? Now, is there a specific location that you want one of us to go to? And if so, who and what's the name of the location? Can you maybe make the picture show up in the water? Maybe stick your hand in the water and draw an image in there. Can you do that for us? Now, let's go a little easier here. I'm going to say a math question. Can you do me a favor and give me the answer to the math question? 2 plus 2 is... Now, there used to be a game that kids would play. It's called Pin to Tail on the... What did you like to do for fun? If you could change, what can you tell us one thing about the future? I'll even make it a little easier. Can you tell us something about July, the month of July coming up? Do you prefer using a recorder, or do you prefer a ghost box, or do you prefer water ITC? Can you draw your face in the water? Now, like I said, feel free to use the energy in the room to be able to manipulate the water. Now that we're able to communicate with you as spirits, are spirits more apt to communicate with us? Can you tell us one thing about heaven? Can you draw a picture in the water in regards to heaven? Now, to be fair, uh, can you tell us something about hell? Can you draw an image of something in regards to hell in the water? Can you tell me what the color of the bowl is that James is stirring? Now, is there something particular about the other side that stops spirits from speaking with us? Now, there are a number of people in the Live Paranormal chat room. Can you say one of their names? What's the name of one of the locations that one of us will be visiting soon? Now, can you tell us what James's favorite ice cream is? Can you draw the state that you're born at in the water? Can you tell us what way James is stirring the water? Now, if there's something that's preventing you from talking with us, what is it? Is it somebody, or is there a rule? If you could change the future or the past, can you tell us again what it would be that you would change? All right, well, thank you, spirits, for your communication. You're more than welcome to continue communicating. We appreciate it and be able to share your message. Dom, back to you.
Yep, I was just turning my audio back on just so everybody could hear me. And James, I think we're pretty good for the water ITC. I appreciate you stirring it and so forth. And again, we only have this is what, episode 7, so we only have 3 more episodes of doing the water ITC, and then we're gonna be switching over to Ouija board. So everybody, stay tuned for those 3 more episodes of the water ITC. And right now, I'm gonna showcase a little promotional video for one of the people out in the field that has kind of helped support us and has been there as a supporter. And we're gonna do this every week on Live Spirit Frequencies, just something to say thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick. Each week we will be showcasing supporters of our show. Don't forget to come over to Treasure Trove 952's eBay store. If you're looking for a vintage item, whether a doll or just a trinket around your house, don't forget to come over to Treasure Trove 952's eBay store. With items such as rare classic masks, jerseys, or even old board games, jerseys, and novels, Treasure Trove 952's eBay store may have just what you're looking for. Just search Treasure Trove 952 on eBay, and they will be happy to help you. Each week we will be showcasing... And that was just a promo for Gen Treasure Trove. I'd also like to give a huge shout out for Bill of Dover Paratech. He does have a new book that's coming out, and he actually asked if I could kind of throw that out so everybody could know about it as well. And we'll have a little video kind of showcasing his stuff as well. I got to get one done for Scott and for a few other individuals as well. But don't forget to check out Dover Paratech, Bill Highland, and you can find that through Google Plus. I'll share the link tomorrow for it. I'll talk to him and get the link for it. And Scott, if you're all set, I'll have you go ahead and do your birth session.
Okay.
And I'm going to mute back up again.
Okay. Thank you, Dom. Good evening, spirits. My name's Scott, and I am here with Dom and James. If there are any spirits here that would like to communicate with me, or Dom, or James, please feel free to do so. We mean no disrespect or harm. We're just here to be able to share your story. Feel free to use the energy in the room to be able to communicate with us, my energy. If there is a male spirit here that would like to communicate with us, what is your name? Now, earlier today, I got a female voice. Can you tell me what your name is? Can you tell me a little bit about you, what you did for a living? Were you married? How many kids did you have? Yeah, I'm single. I don't have any kids, so um, what's it like on the other side? Now, I recently came from a location. Can you tell me the name of the location? How many spirits are currently with James? How many spirits are currently with Dom? How many spirits are currently here with me? Now, earlier I heard a knock. Can you bang or knock again? If you could give me or the paranormal field or anybody that's online currently advice, what would it be? Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play this back and see if I hear your voice. But if there's anything you'd like to say, please do so now. Oh, I have one other question. I'm traveling to a location next month. Can you tell me something about the location I'm going to? All right, well, thank you, spirits. Just a fair warning, this could be fairly loud. Good evening, spirits. My name's Scott, and I'm here with Dom and James. If there are any spirits here that would like to communicate with me, or Dom, or James, please feel free to do so. We mean no disrespect or harm. We're just here to be able to share your story. Feel free to use energy in the room to... Something right there. We're just here to be able to share your story. Feel free to use energy in the room to be able to communicate. One more time. Feel free to use energy in the room to be able to communicate with us, my energy. If there is a male spirit here that would like to communicate with us, what is your name? Now, earlier today, I got a female voice. Can you tell me what your name is? Can you tell me a little bit about you, what you did for a living? I think I just heard the word David, or name David. Were you married? Yeah, it's David. It's clear.
Were you married? How many kids did you have? Yeah, I'm single. I don't have any kids, so what's it like on the other side?
There's something real soft in that.
Now, I recently came from a location. Can you tell me the name of the location? How many spirits are currently with James? How many spirits are
I
currently...
think I just heard James' name.
How many spirits...
Right there.
How many spirits are currently with Dom? How many spirits are currently here with me? Now earlier...
Ooh, there's something right there. Nothing happened or something happened?
Now earlier I heard... Now earlier I heard a knock. Can you bang or knock again?
There's something real soft in there.
If you could give me or the paranormal field or anybody that's online currently advice, what would it be? Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play this back, see if I hear your voice. But if there's anything you'd like to say, please do so now. Oh, I have one other question.
Oh man, right? As I was about ready to say for something there.
Oh, I have one other question. I'm traveling to a location next month. Can you tell me something about the location I'm going to? All right, well, thank you, spirits.
All right, Dom, that's everything I've got. Back to you.
And I was completely muted, so there was no audio coming from me at all. And James, I believe, was also muted as well. And just checking our time a little bit. I'd like to give some huge shout outs to all of our viewers, whether they're on YouTube or on Ustream or through Live Paranormal. For anybody out there that's watching this, or if you're ever curious about other shows that we do, you can check out Scott with My Paranormal Corner on YouTube. You can also check out his website, myparanormalcorner.com. and you can check out other features that he does as well. You're doing a radio show on Live Paranormal bi-weekly, which in 1 second I'm going to swing over to him so he can talk a little bit about that. And don't forget to check out upstatesupernatural.com and Upstate Supernatural on Facebook. And Scott, I'm going to swing to you just so you can give a little blurb for your radio show.
Well, thank you, Dom. It's actually, like you said, bi-weekly, and it's with, I'm co-host, and the host is Jen Anderson. She's amazing. We're actually going to have on somebody from Travel Channel. She's actually been all over the world, and she's had a lot of paranormal experiences that have happened to her. So she's going to come on and share her stories, as well as tell a little bit about her new TV show. It's called, the show is Everything Very Paranormal, and the guest is going to be Carly Calaviti, and you can check her out on Travel Channel. She's awesome. I've actually had some time to chit-chat with her back and forth, so make sure you check your local listings on Travel Channel and check her out. She just got back from Dubai. She's been to Russia. She's been to a couple of other places throughout the country. So I don't know much more. I can't tell you much more. There's a lot of other amazing guests and shows that are lined up. So stay tuned for John Tenney. He's going to be on. We have Dana and Greg Newkirk. So you just got to stay tuned.
And James, I'm going to go to you, bud, just so kind of any closing statements. How are you feeling about the water ITC?
I find it's pretty interesting. Some of the images we've been able to make out in it there. It'd be good to have another couple of weeks of it there before we do the Ouija boards. I like it. I like it. That being said, I'd like to say thanks to everyone coming tonight. Chris V and Doppel, everybody else in the room. Thank you to everybody in YouTube for watching our feed, our show, and we hope to see you next week. Dom?
And I also want to give a shout out. Chris V, actually, not to put her on the spot, she had a very dramatic thing happen within her family, and there is a GoFundMe set up for her family to take care of her nephew, and you can find that if you Chris, if you don't mind popping that into the chat so people can see that. Also send that to me and I'll post it in the description below the show. But very traumatic thing that happened within the family, and I just like to try to get it out there so hopefully people that are watching this, maybe you can help their family with the crisis that happened. And she can give you more information on that. But don't forget to check out tomorrow's show. We're doing Spirit Box Weekly with Ethereal, and be testing that out. Again, we had no shows last week, so it'll be fun to get back into it and do those Spirit Box Weekly episodes and so forth. There's going to be some new stuff that I'm going to try to be pushing out there. Everybody's asking about how to hack the 12.798, how to hack the 12.898, how to hack the 12.808. This weekend I'm going to be putting up a video on a tutorial on how to do that. So I will have that on the channel most likely Saturday. I'm going to work on it. Hopefully have it on there Saturday night or Sunday. But it will be up there and that information will be there for everybody. So everybody have a beautiful night. Thank you for tuning in. Scott, James, thank you guys for, putting up with all the shenanigans I put you through. And I just like to wish everybody a beautiful night. And again, I'll try to talk to Chris, and I'd like to try to see if we can help, as a community, help with this struggle that's going on with their family. So everybody have a beautiful night, and see you tomorrow, or see you next week.
Have a good